Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm going to be looking at the Starfinder Critical Fumble deck. So this is an accessory for the Starfinder role-playing game, and this product was sent to me by Paizo Publishing. So first of all, I want to thank them for sending this to me in order to do a video of. They had also sent me the Critical Hit deck, which is sort of the companion product to this here. I did get to use the Critical Hit deck in a recent Starfinder game, so but I rolled a bunch of ones, or a bunch of ones were rolled in that same session, so it was really kind of unfortunate that I didn't have this at the time, but really looking forward to getting the opportunity to use this now. So what this is, but actually just rolling back a little bit, the one thing that I do want to make clear is even though Paizo did send this to me, my thoughts and opinions, everything that I expressed in this video is 100% my own personal opinion, and it's not influenced by the fact that they sent it to me. They are not looking for just blind praise. They want honest and genuine feedback, and that's what I'm always strive to provide. So anyway, without further ado, let's just have a closer look at this here. So we've got the Critical Fumble deck, so there's 53 cards in here for the Starfinder role-playing game, and we have the Space Goblin on the cover dropping a d20 which shatters and has a giant number 1 on it. So the Critical Fumble deck says, do you want to add a sense of danger or impending doom to attack rolls that come up woefully short in your Starfinder games? Do you want critically fumbled spells to tangle casters in ectoplasmic slime, or do you think throwing the pin instead of the grenade is hilarious? I never thought of that, but that is actually kind of funny. When you roll a 1 on an attack, simply draw a card and apply one of the 4 different effects based on the attack type. These cards are designed to work with the Starfinder role-playing game and can be used by players and game masters alike. Failing miserably has never been more fun. And the retail price, I don't know if it's got it on here. Yeah, so it retails for, if we get it to focus here, for $10.99 US. So for 11 bucks, you're getting a deck of cards, which is going to give you all kinds of fun things that you can do here. So let's just go ahead and get this opened. And open up the plastic here. I'm hoping that it has, oh, that'll work. Alright, so if you saw my video for the Critical Hits deck, then these cards are going to be formatted pretty much the exact same thing. So what we have here is just the rules on how to use it. So Critical Fumbles, additional rules. So let's actually just go ahead and take a quick look at this here. So Critical Fumble is when you roll a natural 1 on the 20-sided die, just like a Critical Hit is when you roll a natural 20. So it says a Critical Fumble misses the target unless otherwise noted. If a Critical Fumble says you take weapon damage, it's the base damage for the attack, even if it's an attack made without a weapon. And does not include bonuses for weapon specialization, ability modifiers, class features, or similar modifiers. So if you actually hit yourself with your own weapon, your own sword, for example, you're not taking strength damage, it looks like. Required ability checks have a DC of 10 plus half the attacker's level, item level for weapon attacks, or if the attack wasn't made with a weapon, the attacker's level or CR. Any effect that requires an engineering check to fix a weapon uses mysticism if the weapon is a magic item, or medicine if the attack is made without a weapon. Effects that scale by level or use a weapon's item level, a spellcaster level, or a character's level or CR for all other effects, round fractions up. So that's actually an exception to the rounding down. Anyway, we'll scroll down a little bit here. If an effect lasts until healed, ends once the recipient receives healing equal to the damage dealt by the attack. So if you take 6 points of damage, for example, all 6 of those points have to be healed before whatever associated effect is removed. And it says if a Critical Fumble says to reroll the attack, use the same attack bonus as the fumbled attack, and deal full damage if the new attack hits the target. So anyway, pretty cool stuff there. So let's just take a look. And then we have just another one of these additional rules, which looks like the same thing that we have here. And of course our D20 license. And so the back of the card, similar to the critical hit decks, all have the same artwork. So we got just the Space Goblin here. I'm not going to look at every single card that's available, but we will look at how to sort of use them. All right. Sorry about that. Just had to knock the door. So anyway, so what we have here is the card itself, so you can see the different things that we have. So there are 3 different types of regular damage that, regular types of criticals that you can, or critical fumbles that you can do, followed by one that is sort of dependent on what type of attack that you're doing. So for example, we have energy-based attacks, we have kinetic-based attacks, and then we have like spells. And then we have sort of our more situational, it's called the extreme blow, so it's more dependent on having like the actual thing that you critically fumbled on. So for example, for an energy attack, if you're using any sort of energy-based weapon, you have unscheduled dance-off. You roll a natural 1. It says you must succeed in an acrobatics check or take weapon damage and reduce your land speed by half until healed. So basically you shoot yourself in the leg, sort of thing. So you tried not to shoot yourself in the foot or whatever. Then we have our kinetic. So it says me think me am okay. So it says you take a -5 penalty to intelligence checks and intelligence-based skill checks until healed. So basically you wallop yourself in the head. And then we got magic, so it's like that's not even in the game anymore. Anti-magic field. Magic equipment, spells, and spell-like abilities and supernatural abilities don't function for you for 1d4 rounds. You are still subject to magical attacks. And then the extreme blow, which in this case is an extreme grenade. This is the pull, pin, and throw. You threw the pin, grenade detonates in your square, which is kind of cool. So we'll just take a look at some of these other ones here. So the next card we have, and like I said, I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but these are just really cool. So energy based, second card, we have It Got Inside My Armor. You take weapon damage, or you take half weapon damage each round for 1d4 rounds. Then you have neurological adjustment. Take a -2 penalty to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based ability checks and skill checks until healed. Spell 1 is worse than nothing. You are subjected to the targeted dispel effect of dispel magic. There's a 50% chance to succeed rather than using a caster level check. And then we have our extreme melee, which is punt. So your weapon flies 2d6 squares in a randomly determined direction. Let's take a look at one more here. So next one, and this will be the last one that we look at here, but you get an idea of how these work. So for our energy attacks, it says it bit me. You provoke attacks of opportunity from threatening opponents. The kinetic one says it's just a nick. You contract filth fever. Awesome. And then the spell one is how did that even happen? It says you create an effect from a randomly determined spell you know of the same or lower level on a randomly determined target within 30 feet. And then our extreme one here is extreme range. Off like a rocket, your weapon flies 46 squares in the direction opposite your target. So anyway, just really, really cool stuff. And they've got, oh, okay. All right, I said that was going to be the last one. I do got to draw attention to this last one here, because like just the titles that they use for these are hilarious. So I'm just going to do the extreme one here, Extreme Acid. And it says, Extreme Acid, the title of it is The Goggles Do Nothing. And hopefully people out there get the reference to that. It says you take half weapon damage and are dazzled until healed. So again, some really, really cool names. We got like Alley Oop, Extreme Cold, we have Now I'm a Snowman. Extreme Electricity, Short Circuit, great movie. So again, just some really, really cool stuff here, and I cannot wait to use these cards. So I need to get some sleeves, sleeve them up, because you do shuffle these up, and I don't want to damage the cards. But these are just absolutely great. So like I said, I can't wait to use these. I think they're a great addition to your game, and they can be a lot of fun. And that's basically what these are for. They're something that they're intended to be, something you can just sort of sit down at the table and, laugh at. When you roll a natural one, It sucks, but you know what? Sometimes you can just, do something to make it, just a little bit more fun. And I think that this is going to do, a great job for that. The critical hit deck was a huge hit with my players when we did get a chance to use it in the game, and I think this is going to be the same thing. Rolling those fumbles is going to be a lot of fun now, and I can't wait to do that. So if you're into the Starfinder role-playing game and you like the idea of having critical success or critical fumbles, then both of those decks are things that I recommend checking out, because they just add sort of a new level of randomness and fun to the game experience. So anyway, highly recommend these. I cannot wait to use these. So just want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this video. If you have a copy of this deck and have had an opportunity to use it, let me know what some of the situations were in your group, how it went, and how the players reacted to it, and what some of the critical fumble effects were, because I'd love to know that. Anyway, thank you guys again very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care.